This is Fred J. Wagoner, immortalized in bronze on the steep steps of the Flight of Five Locks on the Erie Canal. His life and history would have been forgotten long ago if it wasn't for a photograph taken at the end of a workday in 1897. Fred Wagoner was born in Mecklenburg, Germany in February 1851. He emigrated to this country with his parents and two brothers at the age of 10. His life was not an easy one, as you can tell by the stern look and worn features. He started life in the United States as a farmer in Lewiston, New York. He worked the farm until the age of 46, when his political connections won him the coveted job of locktender at the Erie Canal locks in Lockport, New York. It wasn't an easy job, but it was steady work and paid well. He was part of a team of 12 rough and tumble men. Their job was to guide boats through the set of 5 locks going up and another set of 5 locks going down the 49-foot escarpment of the Erie Canal. As a boat would enter the chamber, giant oak gates were manually opened and closed simply by the strength of strong arms and bodies to allow the water to rise to the next level. Fred Wagoner raised 2 sons and 2 daughters with his wife Inez. One of Fred's daughters, Bessie, is also featured in bronze on the same steps as her father. She's sitting at the far right of all the men, dressed in her finest, but looking less than pleased about having to sit there. At the end of the canal season in October 1897, well-known photographer Frank Bernard Clinch was hired to photograph the team of locktenders. The photograph was unremarkable at the time, so very few records about the circumstances were kept. Not even the names of those pictures were recorded. However, the photo became so iconic that nearly 125 years after it was taken, it was immortalized in life-size bronze statue by artist Susan Gessler to permanently recreate the look of the original. These nameless, hard-working men became representative of a city and its place in the history of America. It would take years of research commissioned by the Lockport Locks Heritage District to identify all 12 individuals featured in the famous photograph. As a result, more than 70 descendants of the 1897 locktenders were able to attend the dedication of Susan Gessler's collection of statues on September 16, 2023, completing more than 4 years of work by the Youngstown, New York artist. Now you can visit Fred Wagoner and his daughter Bessie, along with all the locktenders of 1897, including the photographer of that famous photograph. You'll find them in the center of Lockport, New York, sitting in the steps next to the historic Flight of Five Locks on the Erie Canal. Sit on the same steps and take your photo among the bronze statues. Who knows, maybe 125 years from now, your photo will become famous.